heathens, the sympathetic heathens will be stirred up. Women like Cassie love abusive men. Man, I am a man who is 34 years old and never laid a hand in an abusive or violent manner on a woman. I've never needed to. I've had the wisdom to be able to get out of these situations. Have I had experience around women that probably like abuse, that that kind of domestic violence was normalcy for them? Yes, I have. Man, there's a time where I was dating a young lady and we disagreed on some things, and she calls herself trying to mush somebody, go upside my head. At that point, all bets is off. You got to think, man, what? I wasn't about to be foolish enough to allow somebody to go upside my head, me try to defend myself, protect myself, and then play the victim. No, I got going. I said, you know what? Hey, this ain't even what it is. You know what? Hey, don't even worry about it. Well, you left some clothes. No, you can keep them clothes. Throw them in the trash can. Not coming over there. Not for you to call yourself about to step to me like a man. And that's just discerning, man. There's a spirit in you that no matter how vain, how pretty, and how fine you call yourself, you would try to set somebody up for the okie doke. Man, if you don't think what I'm saying is true, I want you to think about this. Man, women like Cassie, they steal the light away from true victims. You know, and when you look at this manner, Cassie was with Diddy for a minute. She was with him doing the partying, the lifestyle, the limelight. But see, I'm coming from a different angle on this thing. I know for a fact the lawless and the heathen-minded people don't have the same righteous protection that the righteous do, that the set-apart do. What about Cassie is set apart? What about Diddy is set apart? My sympathy don't go out to no. I'm not losing no sleep over women that like abusive men. Wait a minute. For a long time, we've known that women go after bad boys. Wait a minute. Are you delusional to think that somebody that calls himself a bad boy is going to treat you based upon righteous set-apart conduct? Who you fooling? See, the difference is a lot of these people play religious. I actually read the book, have understanding of it. A lot of these, we just had Jeannie Mae, who is being put away, divorced, third-party court system by Jeezy. She jumping on the wagon of Cassie, you know. And you got to think, I told you before, man, these women stick together. It don't matter if it ain't no truth in it. The book says prove all things, hold fast to which is good. So now you got Jeannie Mae jumping on the bag when, well, you know, I might have throwing hypotheticals. Well, you never know. I you know, we got to stick together in this abuse thing. Wait a minute. See, I'm telling you, man, there are some good brothers out here, some righteous, set-apart brothers. But guess what? A lot of these women, I'm not talking about all women, some of these women actually have chose good men. Go out and choose the worst character of men and expect these men to be true gentlemen, to exercise true chivalry. But here's what happened: you're drawn into the money. You worship. A lot of these women worship money when they get with these foolish men. This man got a rap sheet of abusing women, and you want people to believe that you didn't think it was gonna happen to you? What? Come on. come on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Okay. Man, wasn't Chris Brown the brother that blacked Rihanna's eyes? Both of her eyes? Back in 2009? How many women still get juicy till this day over Chris Brown? Say I'm lying. Say I'm lying. Okay, here's another one. Think about this. Man, didn't Chris Brown do a private photo shoot where women could pay $1,000 to doggone go take pictures with him? Say I'm lying. See, the difference is, one thing when you know about spiritual warfare, you know anything about boxing, is somebody can read your body language. And if you're telegraphing with your shoulders, they know to block. But with this truth I'm coming with, I'm not telegraphing. I'm coming straight up the middle, straight jab. Nobody's losing no sleep over these lawless women that choose lawless men. It's just not happening. You got to think, Megan, that they're true victims. No, they love this stuff. There's women out there that want nothing more than to go upside of your head as a man, and you didn't do anything. And I'm here today to tell you, you might want to get going. It's not worth it. There's no sex on this earth worth letting a woman disrespect you and go upside her head. And then when you're foolish enough to try to defend yourself, now she's playing the victim, and she's got all this beautiful beam footage of everything you did, and you ain't got nothing to prove what actually happened. You're gonna get got. You're gonna lose it all as a man. You gotta think, man. Cassie wasn't no broke woman that did not have nothing for herself. Cassie was making good money. She chose to stay with a man known as bad boy. Come on. See, we got to call this stuff for what it is. You see what I'm saying? My sympathy goes out for the true victims that wasn't partaking in none of this domestic violence, and you doggone hauled off. That was partying, getting a drunkard. Being a drunkard is a sin. But these women are actively going after men that are reprobate, that are rebellious, and you want somebody to feel sorry for you. No. That will tell you, oh, that guy was too nice. You got to think, a lot of these single women that are struggling in relationships, they don't want a nice guy. Oh, he was too nice. I'm not used to being treated that nice. Why? Because you're used to toxic relationships. Why? Because there's something toxic and demonic in you. You're used to fighting like cats. Man, I tell you, back when I was single, I wouldn't entertain a woman if she had a history of domestic violence. Why? Because you're prone to try to go upside my head. And if I stick around through this, you're going to meet the judge a lot quicker. So I had to get going and remove myself. Had too much to lose. But we got a lot of brothers out here that have never laid hands on a woman, generally want to do good by a woman. And guess what? Hey, the women, doesn't the word say her desires will be contrary to yours? You got to understand, a lot of these women's desires is contrary to righteousness. Let me go get with the dope dealer. Let me go get with the man that got a record for murder. And then when this man's record rears its ugly, head and neck, all of a sudden, I don't know how it could happen to me. You need to buy my book, Tell All, Surviving Diddy. We know the playbook. I wouldn't be surprised if Cassie wrote a book. That's the playbook. How many other women have done this? Chose these piss poor men, but you want people to look at you as if you some kind of hero, some kind of pillar of wisdom for women. No. How many women out here are really going to tell women the truth? Quit choosing these sorry-ass men, expecting them to be righteously elect, and these men is elite heathens. I'm telling you, just because a lot of women would choose a man, you got to think, if Chris Brown was to slide in your woman's DMs, let me tell you something. The average chance are your woman gonna take the bait. I'm telling you. Ooh, Chris Brown. Ooh, curiosity kills the cat. That's the saying, right? These women love foolish men, and they'll be the first ones to raise their hands and play the victim. You riding around with a known dope dealer, drug dealer, a man with a reprobate mind, and when his environment affects you, now all of a sudden you don't know how this happened. Come on, don't have amnesia. That strong delusion because you receive the love of the truth. See, a lot of these people that's making these videos, oh, we need more support for cats. Man, they ain't walking in truth themselves. They heathen minded. Heathen minded. I'm telling you, you got Mariah Carey and Tommy Mottola, 1993. You know, you got women. I'm telling you, there is no success, no money to where you should be willing to go back to a man that's been abusive to you. You see the story. Look at the holes in the story. Well, you know, on this day, he went upside my head. On this next day, he went upside my head. On this day, he choked me. Wait a minute. You mean to tell me you left and then came back and you had all this money? Come on. Ain't nobody trying to take you as wise. Ain't nobody gonna count you as prudent, as a set apart woman. I don't care whose church you've been raised up in. You ain't fooling nobody. And I tell you, man, the word talks about avoiding you. Now you see all these red flags. Come on, you didn't have no discernment. You know what's going on. Men out here, some of these women have a dysfunctional way of thinking. The fruit of the spirit is peace, love, and joy. Man, that's not good enough for some women. They want to be in there fighting like cats and dogs and want you to be right in the center of it. Why? So you can lose everything you had and they can write a tell-all book. Come on, say I'm lying. Say I'm lying. Anything that I've said today, come on, let me know in the comments. You have women out there that like toxic men. Just like you got, I don't care how religious you playing, you got a heathen mind, a reprobate mind. There is no protection for you. Faith without works is dead. You're going to have to, if you say you believe something, well, let's see it.